What's up, folks? Good morning. Good morning. I hope you guys are having a better today than yesterday. About what's happening right now, I find it amazing that we keep falling for the very same thing over and over and over again. And it actually amazes me how they can set it's I feel like human or no different than rats. You can actually forget about it. Rats are much smarter than us, because if you set the same booby trap for rats, eventually they learn it and they don't fall for it again. Not human, not human. You can run the same a psychological trick on them over and over again. How do you succeed? All you have to do is try to find a way to get them to forget what happened yesterday. And how do you do that? You give them what's called entertainment. Breaking the word down, taming their psyche. If you can tame their mind, then you excuse me, then you are able to run the same trick on them, and they wouldn't realize that you just did that. To everybody that support the protesters and the lootings out there. Now, if you out there and you peacefully protesting the death of um, of George Floyd, then my hat goes out to you, and respectfully, and you peacefully protesting. And it's understood that you're tired of this cop killing and just non-stop brutality. But the way you're going about it is wrong. You're going about it by by destroying people's businesses and properties. The reason why this is wrong is because we just got off a lockdown. So many businesses had been shut down for months, and now they reopen again. And then I've seen in videos where people are giving teenagers money to go out there and cause damage to potentially probably their own businesses, because these people probably trying to claim insurance. And it's so sad that today, this is why I always call out on the parents, because that's what's happening. It's a lack of leadership, lack of guidance, and not from a particular not from any particular political figureheads, rather more from within the family structure. And I wasn't raised like this. I didn't grow up like this. I was raised, and my dad definitely had some very high standards, and still does, because he's alive. And my mother, it's just, we just wasn't raised to just do dumb shit, like to allow anyone else to just infiltrate our mind, to influence us to do something stupid. We knew better. We just didn't grow up like this. But today's generation, I just don't get it. I just don't get it. And it's not too much to blame beside their parents, because you also hear it. The millennials are this and the millennials are that. They're lazy. They don't have any morals. They don't have any principles. But who the fuck raised them? Who raised them? That's the question here. Yeah, the fruit is fucked up, but who planted the tree? You see what I'm saying? Maybe the soil is the problem. Maybe it's not the fruit that's produced. It's not the tree that's producing the fruits. Maybe it's the soil that needs to be redone, or whatever. But it's insane to know that right now this is the state that we're in. This is the state that we're in. And these so-called leaders supporting this very chaotic moment and adding fuel to an already spread fire? How could you sit home and sit on social media and showing your support and protest, your support for the kids out there rioting, protesting, destroying other people's businesses? Meanwhile, you're sitting home. You're not there out there yourself. It's funny because if you support it, then maybe you should be out there. The fact that you're not out there it tell me that you don't support it. You just want somebody to do your dirty work, so you can just be the person that you want to be and sit home and claim some type of leadership over people with less ability to think clearly. And it's very sad. It's very sad. We see that this is all controlled, and this was most likely another false flag. Most likely not the death of the guy which we witnessed. I'm talking about the whole idea of the rioting and the protest might just be something that is set up by people who has reason to do that, who wants to benefit from certain perks within their business or for their business. So it's just very sad. You see that bricks are being put there strategically in places that were not that where there were no constructions before, and you see that kids are being given money to go and break stuff up. Like, if you're a parent, you failed your children, and you failed them big, because this will last into their future. This will leap into their future. You failed them. You failed this. I'm telling you, the parents of the previous two generations have failed their kids, have failed their children. Most of them. Because today, the kids today are out there causing all types of destructions. They have no types of morals. They have no types of principles. They are allowing anybody to just infiltrate their mind and just go out there and tell them to go out there and do whatever the fuck they are told to do. I grew up differently. Nobody was able to tell me to do something that didn't make sense. Nobody. And I think it's good to be a rebel. I think it is good to be a rebel. But you know what a rebel doesn't do? A rebel does not take order from people and just go and do dumb shit because somebody told them to do it. A rebel actually question everything. A rebel actually question everyone. What you're seeing out there today is not rebellious kids. What you're seeing out there today is a whole bunch of children that has grown up without any principle, any parent, or any father figures, or any real male model in their lives, and they just out there doing the most ridiculous shit to get either attention or some types of perks or whatever the fuck they think they're getting out of it. But we playing right into the hands of the enemy. This is what's happening. Okay, when we cause all of this chaos, first of all, I don't see any types of organizations out there as far as strategy go, or organization that's going to really overthrow this government. So what the fuck are we really doing? You guys are just wasting your fucking time. Like, really wasting your time. And you could be using that time to bettering yourself. Okay, I understand your frustration, and I stand with you with that frustration. I understand things need to be changed, but it's not going to change if you just hit the street and start killing and start breaking down businesses of people that potentially could stand with you, people that potentially could stand on your side. This is the whole idea of protesting. You protest so that you can raise awareness, so that everybody can understand why you're frustrated and you demanding change. Now, but you demanding change, you're causing chaos. You're creating problem for the average person who's trying to better their lives. Now, how could they stand with you if you treat them as like the enemy? They had nothing to do with what the cops did. It's actually backward thinking. It's not working in your favor. You're causing potential allies to become your enemy when you're trying to create allies. See, it's just not. I don't know. Something is just not screwed in properly with what's going on right now, and I think it's time we find a way to try to think and come up with solutions that works. Try to educate ourselves, and I'm not talking about school education. The shit that you get from school, whatever, high school, college, grad school, it's all garbage. This is all to teach you how to focus and work for a corporation. It doesn't teach you real life and practical stuff. It does not. You need to educate yourself beyond school. You need to take an interest in personally developing your personality. Okay, when you go into personal development, it will lead you into becoming and growing a character. And then one thing will lead to another. Like so many have said, when you decide to do something, the universe will conspire to help you. But you must first take the decision to want to be great. Because if you're not taking the decision to be great, and if you're all out there listening to anyone, remember, you have a mind of your own. Does your heart tell you to go out there and do what's wrong? Because you know it's not right. Because you wouldn't feel good if it was your businesses being destroyed. And right now, you should question anyone giving you money, especially if they're not of your race. Okay, especially if they don't look like you, they don't share your skin complexion, and they're giving you money, telling you to go and fuck shit up. Okay, and you going out there in the name of you're a thug, you're about it, you going to fuck shit up. No, what you're going to do, what you're actually doing is the reverse. You're destroying your lives. You're destroying your livelihood. You're destroying your neighborhood. Remember, this is why we're here. This is why we're here. Because we have been the sole person to actually causing our own neighborhood to fall. You want to protest? You want to do something great? I'll give you a hint. And this one will work. It will work. It will set everything in motion. It will actually cause the blacks to become better, because after all, we got tremendous power. You know how we got tremendous power? We have what's called spending power. We're the one with the money. We spend a lot. So if you want to do something, start spending your dollar within your neighborhood. Start making sure that every dollar you have is not going towards Gucci. It's not going towards Nike. It's not going towards Adidas. It's not going towards any of these big brands that doesn't do anything for you. Start putting your dollars in your community. And if you can't find what you need, create it. But stop giving them your dollar. This is how you protest. This is America. This is capitalistic world of the world. This is capitalistic headquarter of the world. You don't protest with going out there trying to fuck shit up. You stupid? These people got insurance for rioters like you, for looters like you. So at the end of the day, maybe some of them dressed up to fuck their own shit up, trying to claim insurance. Especially knowing how bad things have been the last 3 months. Okay, so you want to protest? You want to do something with your that will impact your community for centuries to come, for generations and centuries to come? Start controlling where your dollar is being spent. Start controlling what you do with your time. Start controlling how you allow your mind to be infiltrated. Start controlling how you spend your day. And that's how you influence the black community. That's how you influence generations to come. Do what you want to see, be the change rather that you wish to see in the world. Okay, but going out there and to give yourself a reason to start doing dumb shit, it's never going to change anything. If anything, it's setting you back, because this is not the first time you guys go out there and loot and do the dumbest shit. And it's encouraged. It's so sad to know that your very stars, your celebrities, the people with money, they want to put money in place in case you get locked up so they can bail you out. How about these people put money in place, pour money into your education? How about they pour money into you personally developing yourself? How about they pour money into you starting a business? But they won't. They will pour money because they're encouraging you indirectly to go out there and destroy your future. And you don't see it. You don't see it. It's sad. I don't have any children, but I do have my nephews. I do have nieces. I'll be damned if one of them was out there. I'll be damned if I even know that one of them was out there. I'd personally go out there and grab them motherfuckers myself, and I wouldn't give a fuck how their parents feel about it. I don't know. If you call yourself a parent, maybe it's time to act like it. Cheers.